What's going on? This is Lord Planet Podcast, and if you've followed any of my recent videos, you probably noticed that I've started doing Instacarts to make some extra cash. And if you would like to do Instacarts, you can sign up with the link below. I do recommend it. It's pretty easy money. Honestly, I've only had a couple issues where I was a little bit annoyed out there doing them, but I just got done today doing a couple, and I live outside Atlanta. The weatherman has told us that we're going to get some pretty inclement weather tomorrow night. For like a day, in the evening, it's going to get cold. It might snow. We might have a little rain, which if you don't live in Atlanta, it is an absolute shit show the second they open their mouth. This was like 2 days ago. Now we're here 24 hours away. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go grab a couple Instacarts and then get me something to eat. Maybe I'll help people out. So I go to Kroger. Kroger looks like this right here. It is an absolute shit show. It's decimated. All the meat gone. And let me change what I'd say here. All the meat, the real meat is gone. Let me tell you something about what people are 1000% not interested in eating. And that is Beyond Meat. I've watched Beyond Meat stock go up. I don't know who the fuck's eating it because there are freezers and coolers full of Beyond Meat at Kroger. Meanwhile, the actual meat, like real chicken, real beef, real pork, turkey, boom, looks like this. It is freaking gone. But there is loads of Beyond Meat. People are not in the slightest bit interested in that shit. But that gets me down to this right here. Boom. Let's go, Brandon. Because Build Back Better isn't about this right here. And the reason this is empty isn't because there's going to be some ice. I mean, sure, there's going to be some inclement weather and people in Atlanta freak the fuck out. They buy up all the bread, the milk, the toilet. Look, it's like COVID 17.0 whenever there's going to be a freaking little storm around here. It's stupid. Y'all need to calm down. And people out there shopping on Instacart, like, all this shit just happens to be there. I'm like, LOL, good luck at that. I mean, I'm over there like... accepting these things. I walk back there, I'm like, check it out. You're not getting any of that meat. So it's not about the weather. What I have learned in doing some Instacarts lately, talking to some of the employees, is that a lot of what they have is just in the back, and there's no staff to put the food on the shelf. I have been shopping like maybe 4 or 5 different stores in my area on a regular basis. And I can tell you this, every couple days, there's a whole section empty of stuff. The other day it was potatoes, frozen potatoes, gone. No, none of them. There's nothing there. From end to end where it says fucking potatoes, there's nothing. And one of the employees goes, well, we actually have a lot of this stuff in the back, but there's just no one to put it out. You know, we can only get so much out. Which brings me to let's go, Brandon. Because Biden is over here acting like this isn't a problem. The problem is, and this is something that I've been watching unfold, and I've talked about it on other things with Marshall and some of the other podcasts, is that we saw a part of the labor force just go, we're not doing this anymore. We're done. This is that part of the labor force right here. The ones that are getting paid $10 or $12 an hour to stock shelves all day. These people are necessary. If you want to sit at home and flip NFTs and make $50,000, or go on TikTok and tell people how they can have a side hustle that makes $5,000, $10,000 a month, and you want to show people how to build wealth, that is awesome. What happens when everyone leaves these jobs and you're at home go, I made all this money today. I'm going to go ahead and order me some groceries because I'm bougie as fuck. And I don't want to go to the store anymore. And guess what? Ain't nobody there to stock the shelves. So you're not getting any fucking food. That's what's going to happen. You need to pay these employees. They're all hiring, by the way. Kroger's hiring, Publix hiring, gas station hiring. Every place that I go is a now hiring sign in the window. No one is applying for these jobs because the job sucks. Let's be honest. I feel bad. I can average almost $30, $35 an hour going in there shopping for groceries and bringing them to someone's house. Meanwhile, I know the person who's checking me out, the person who's putting the stuff on the shelf, is getting paid half of that, if that, to do that job. What I'm doing, arguably way easier. I don't have to deal with any of the corporate bullshit. I don't have to clock in and out at a certain time of day. I don't have to wear a stupid uniform. I don't have to do with any of the bullshit that goes in to working in a chain grocery store. And I did when I was 15 years old. I got a job working at a Kroger, and I lasted like a week. And I was like, this job sucks. Pay me $5 an hour. Want me to get up at 7 a.m. on Sunday to bag groceries? Fuck that. That's what I thought when I was 15. But I see these guys working every day, and I'm like, man, here's a real situation. Is these jobs are important, because unless you can go farm, you can go butcher a cow, you got chickens in your backyard, you can make some cinnamon toast crunch in your fucking basement, you better be glad that these people out there still want these jobs. Pay them more money. Get people in there to put the food on the shelf. Imagine having a business where your biggest problem is, I can't put my product on the shelf fast enough to sell it. I'm over here trying to sell 10, 20 t-shirts a day to the world, right? My customer base is every person on the planet who has access to the internet and a little bit of money and $25. Seems reasonable. You have a small store, you sell out like an entire thousands of pounds of food, and you can't put it out there fast enough. It's an unreal problem. And this is just one example. These things are happening everywhere. People delivering mail, packages. Look, this is insane. We need to do something about it. We need to address it. The COVID is not the issue. It's not that people are staying home because of the mandates and the masks and that horse shit. They need to stop. Stop focusing on all of that and look around at what's happening to the world around you, because this is happening. And this, I've listened to Marshall rant about the restaurants on Truth Time 7, cracks me up, but also I see it. And he's like, this is going to be the downfall of society. People are mad because they can't get their freaking to-go order. They're waiting too long. It took too long to get their bread to their table. Well, guess what happens when you're hungry and you go to the grocery store and you can't buy any fucking food because there's no one there to put on the shelf. You go to the next grocery store and it's empty. That is the start. That's where people are going to start losing their freaking mind. Or start eating Beyond Meat, because they have plenty of fucking Beyond Meat. They got more Beyond Meat over there than they've got anything else. That is a fact. I laughed. I sat there in a Publix tonight. Guy walks up next to me. We're in the bread aisle, and I'm like, dude, like, there is like empty shelves for as far as the aisle goes. And then there's one little end there where there's like, bread. And it's just like, you can tell what people clearly do not want to eat. And I looked at him and I said, look, man, they're just making the shopping experience a lot easier for men because we don't have to make as many decisions. We walked down a bread aisle, it was like 50 different types of bread. Now we've got 3 choices. Shouldn't be that difficult, right? I got 3 choices of bread. I want multigrain, I want this one, or I want that one. I no longer have 50 choices. But the reality is, when the shit hits the fan, you're going to realize real quick what people do not want to put in their body. And oddly enough, most of the healthy stuff is there. There's a lot of still fruits. There's a decent amount of vegetables. Yogurt is always there. I don't know who the fuck eats yogurt, because it's always in stock. The yogurt shelf is huge and there's a ton of it. Apparently, people not that interested in yogurt. And oddly enough, the beer aisle's stocked. I feel like in the South, the beer aisle should be empty. And there's plenty of milk, but other stuff just gone. So we need to put a little bit more care into those people who are out there keeping these little wheels turning, because these are conveniences that we are just accustomed to having. And the day that they are not there, society is going to freak out. I stay very calm across the board. I usually stay pretty calm. I've had times in the not too distant past where I got overwhelmed by certain things in my life. Problems that outweigh that. And you know what? There's people sitting there, I'm looking at them in the store, and they're like this. What the fuck? And I'm like, it's hilarious. You want chicken? We've always just shown up and there's been chicken. Today, there's no chicken. You want some ground beef? There's no ground beef. You want some steak? There's no steak. You want some frozen bullshit? There's some of that. You can go get some frozen bullshit. I just laugh, man. But we've got to do something. We got to pay attention, because this is just going to be the start of it. You start putting people in a situation, you take away these comforts that we've had for so long, people are going to get real ornery. And they're getting real comfortable because they're not even going to the store. Now they're at home getting mad. And we know what happens when people are at home, they're not going out in public, and they're getting real mad at each other. Domestic violence goes up. People get angry that they're taking out their family, their kids. It's not a good look. We got to do something. I don't know what it is, but something's got to give, because we can't have a weather forecast that says it's going to be chilly with a chance of snow for 2 days and the world freak out. But it's going to happen. Just wait till it does start snowing. We have enough accidents on a regular day. This is going to be a shit show. And I'm going to sit here and we're going to talk about it and we're going to watch it unfold. Let me know how it's going on your neck of the woods, where you live. How's your supply chain looking? Because right now, my supply chain sucks. Dude, they've been out of strawberries for a minute. First of all, people should not be surprised. Strawberries are not in season. It's January. I don't know if people are aware of this, but it's January, and you don't grow strawberries in fucking January. Not a lot of them. And they're like, I can't believe it. Yeah, well, some food doesn't grow year-round that great. There's not a lot of it. The price of everything has gone up through the roof. Inflation was like 7% month over month. It's real, man. So here we are. We're going to watch this shit show unfold together. And it could be the downfall of society. It could be right around the corner. And then believe me, Joe Biden ain't pulling us out of a fucking thing. None of it. You want to do something about it, you want it to change, we're going to have to do it ourselves. We're going to have to be better to one another. You're going to have to look at the employee next to you, or the guy working for you, or the guy doing the job that you don't want to do, and just appreciate the fact that they got up today and was like, fuck this job, got in their car, and still showed up to work. That's what's going to have to happen. And if you're out there ordering Instacarts or Uber Eats or any of these delivery services, tip those people, man. Tip them. Give them a decent tip, because they're out there dealing with that dumb shit so you don't have to. Okay? They're in the store like, what the fuck? They're driving down the road like, what the fuck? You know, they're dealing with people that are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my God, I'm just trying to make a couple dollars. Do something easy that you should have no problem doing. And yet here we are. So let me know what's happening. I hope to get you guys on the next video. I'm going to keep you updated on the situation as it is around my area. And let's see what else is happening in the world. Until next time.